What's up, people? What's up, people? What up? 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 What's up, people? What is up? It is me. It's me. Y'all know who I am. I'm L Teddy 27. Let me wait for y'all to get up in here. Give y'all a second or two. Give y'all a chance to put some Shondos in the room. What's good, people? As y'all come in, give y'all a moment or three to come on in here. See who already in. Hey Chantel, hey Dami, what's good, Dami? Hey Really B, hey Abby. I know people are coming in. Y'all come in, do what you do. Hey Reese's Pieces. Y'all right. I'm not gonna say I'm perfectly on time. Y'all know I'm usually comfortably late, but I'm doing better. You know, I did better today. I wasn't real late today. I did better. So yeah, hey everybody. Chantel, I see you got that orange shirt. Ain't no orange shirts today. No orange shirts today. No orange shirts today. God willing. But hey to everybody, and I'm sure other people will be coming in. We are here. We are live, and today we have a special live today. You know, here at the House of Debauchery, we do big things. I have a big announcement at the end of this live. Stay tuned. You definitely want to stay until the end of this live because I have a big announcement. So y'all want to be here for the big announcement at the end of the live. Anyway, um, we have a special live today. Hey, Chocolate Bay, what's good? We are going to be performing an interview today, and we will be interviewing somebody in the community, in the spectrum, someone who has done a lot of things in a short amount of time and things like that. Hey, what's good, Terrence? What's good? Thank y'all for coming on in, coming on in, coming on in. Um, we are up in here. So, but today, like I said, I got a really big announcement at the end of this live. So stay tuned for that announcement. Please stay tuned to the very end because we got a big announcement. All right. Anyway, but let's get to the task at hand. Can I get some Shondos in the chat, please? Can I get some Shondos in the chat while I'm looking at some stuff? Get some Shondos in the chat. Anyway, we definitely have a young man who I am going to be talking with today. Let me first say, hey Face. I ain't gonna give you a hint of the big announcement, Face, until the end. You got to stay to the end, Face. I mean, Face, you know I got you. For you, when you get to see me back channel, we can talk about this behind the scenes, Face. You know you got all that sexiness and chocolatiness, goodness going on. You know I got you, Face. We here. Anyway, um, but no, seriously though, the young man who's going to come on, he has a wonderful resume, and definitely we're going to talk about his resume. He has great accomplishments in a short amount of time. He has yet to turn 30 and has done more before 30 than a lot of people really B's age. I'm gonna say that. Than a lot of people much older than him have accomplished and done. All right. I'm excited to interview him. I have watched him on screen. I know that he has been behind the screen. I know he has been in the writer's room. I know he's been in the producer's chair and the director's chair. He's been, he's had his face beat, with the camera, makeup, and everything to be on screen and all of that. He is actor. He is writer. He is producer. He is activist, and also someone who is well connected within the LGBTQ plus community. He is someone well respected, and as my friend called him, the mayor of Atlanta. because he knows so many people and can pull so many strings and can move so many mountains in the greater Atlanta area. Y'all know Atlanta being the black gay mecca. So I'm definitely excited. You should be excited um, for him to come on. Let me know if you are ready, sir, backstage to come on. All right. So let me bring on, without further ado, I will bring on one Mr. Lando King. Hey, sir.
What's going on, man? How you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling fine. Everything is good. You looking good. You looking fine and all of that stuff too. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at it. You know, you got a good light that chocolatey goodness. You
You
got
already know how you already know
shine
how
to
we
it. I
do it.
see
You
you. I
already know
see
how we
you.
do
I ain't mad at you. The teeth
it.
pearly white and everything. I ain't mad at you. Look at you. Look at you.
You a mess, man.
Oh man. I'll let you say a quick hello to the people in the chat.
Hey everybody, hey everybody.
All right. So my first question is that this is always my first question, and people say it's a hard question. I think it's an easy question, but it's a hard. People say it's a hard question. So you know, if you Google anyone that's famous, or you know, an actor, or you know, somebody of notoriety, the Wikipedia blurb will come up. That little one paragraph about who they are, maybe three or four sentences about who that person is, comes up, and it tells you a brief synopsis in three or four sentences of who that person is. What should your Wikipedia blurb say if I Googled you? What should it say if you were writing it? What would it say?
If you was to Google me and you was
That's a real quick. Who is Lando King? Real quick. If I just wanted to know who he was. Hmm.
okay, if you want to know real quick, my name is Lando King. I am a actor, producer, writer. Most definitely, I'm came up in the acting field. So basically, what you will find is my work, my acting work. You will see my screens that I have, my feature length films. That's what you will see on Wikipedia.
Okay. So that's what it should say. Okay. Where are you from? Like what city, what state, what high school or college? Did you go to college? Were you in the military? I don't know. Where
Oh
are you
no,
from?
no,
Where
no,
do
no.
you come from?
I'm from Trenton, New Jersey. I was born in Trenton, New Jersey. I was raised in a small town called Thomasville, North Carolina. That's where I was raised, and that's where I grew up. And I went to high school there. It was a high school called Thomasville High School, real small town. Then I went on to the Performing Arts School, the Art Institute of Charlotte, where I wanted to study. Like I initially wanted to study fashion. When I first came here to Atlanta, I initially wanted to study fashion, but that wasn't like where it was booming, but it wasn't like I felt like it wasn't my passion. So when I first moved here, I went well not when I first moved here, but I went to the Art Institute of Charlotte, and then I started doing the arts and all that. Got my media training and all that. So after I graduated from there, I came here to Atlanta and I started acting and started like getting in different projects, and started producing my own stuff, man.
All right, cool, cool, cool. When you still well, you ain't got to tell me what high school. I ain't gonna make you dox your own self and tell me what high school you went to and all of that stuff. That's up to you. All right. So when you were a teenager, I'm gonna say 16 years old. When you were 16 years old, did you see yourself doing what you're doing right now?
Absolutely not. As I said before, I thought I was going to be like doing something like with fashion. I like to, you know what I'm saying? I'm real big on fashion, but I'm not. I guess I felt like I couldn't compete with the fashion that was going on. So I'm in the game, but I'm not really in the game as far as like with the fashion. So I was just like, let me go and more into my speed, my lane. You know what I'm saying? So I'm good at media. I'm good at, you know what I'm saying, producing content. I'm good at acting. So I was just like, let me go into my lane and move how I want to move in my lane, acting.
Okay. Now you are a man of a whole lot of titles. You got a whole lot of job titles, a whole lot of roles. And if you could only have one that you could be known for, what would that be? which out of your myriad and bevy of titles that you have, what is the one that you want to say, okay, that's the one that I want to be coined with, or that's the one that I want to be known for? That's what I want to be called.
I wanted to be known as a professional actor.
Okay.
Hmm.
Cool. I like that. I like the actor before anything else. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, because
So
it's, uh
go ahead.
no, because it's just like like I started off acting, and then I moved. It's just so crazy because how I grew up, like in the entertainment world. I started off acting, then I got an opportunity to learn the behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? I learned behind the scenes as far as like filming, videographing, and all that. So I just I learned quick. I pick up, and I started loving it, man. Like once I was, it was a certain individual who taught me everything I know about film. Period. And I won't call his name, but it's I won't take anything away from him. I really want to thank him for all the knowledge that he's given me for the knowledge that I know now.
Okay. That's cool. And that brings me to my next question. Where was your start? What was the first acting role you had? What was the first character you played? How did you break in? What was that first role you did, and what was that like?
But when I first moved here, I was doing a lot of background work, a lot of background work. So I did like Tyler Perry Studios. I did like some work for Lee Daniels. I did the that Looney Tunes movie that they had out here. But when I like buckled down and started doing my own thing, like I like the web series and all that. My first role here was I'm not sure if you remember it, but it was Mama's Boy. It was a web show that was called Mama's Boy, and I had a
Mhm.
character. I had a character on that, a small character, but they brought me on the second season as a what I'm saying, a main. So that was my start here in
How
Atlanta.
old were you?
When I first, oh, I was 22. 22. I was 22.
Okay.
20,
Okay.
yeah, 20, yeah, 20. I was 21 turning 22, yeah.
Okay. So that 21-year-old back then, what
Mhm.
what was he like? How did he feel with that first time? Were you nervous? Did you feel like you, because 21-year-olds generally feel like they know everything and you can't tell them anything? Or
Right.
what was it like doing that first role? How did it feel?
You know what? It may sound crazy, but me growing up, I was shy. I didn't like to talk. I didn't like to be around people. I didn't like to, what I'm saying, talk in a group of amongst people. So I really didn't break out until I came here to Atlanta, to be honest.
Okay.
So that character, it was. I mean, it was overwhelming because
Oh no.
you got me back.
Yes, I hear you. Hopefully we get your video again.
My mama trying to call.
Do this for me. It's fine. This happens all the time. We're used to this. Do this for me. Click all the way out and then go back in and click all the way back
So
in. And
leave the
refresh.
chat.
Yeah, leave everything. Like click the whole stream y'all out and then go back in. Okay. We'll get him back. Did I tell you I had a big announcement to make? I know what it is. Really, B knows what it is too, but she's never going to tell, because if she does, we're going to end our friendship. She's the only other person who knows what it is. But there's a big announcement coming at the end of this live. Be prepared. Be prepared. Don't want to tell it yet. If you know what it is, don't. If you say something, I promise you, I'm gonna kill you. Don't do that, Abby. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't. I see you, Abby. I see you, Abby. Don't do that. There's one other person who knows. Don't do that, Abby. I'm gonna tell y'all. All right, I got Lando back. You're back. If I can click the add button. There you go. You're back. There you go.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. That was my mama calling me.
Oh, normally what I do is I tell people put your phone on do not disturb. So that way you don't lose your internet capability, but people can't just be calling you. But if it's your mama, then it probably will come in anyway, because usually people have their mama on the list to call, even if it's on do not disturb.
Right, right, right.
Anyway, little baby, I ain't paying you no mind. I ain't got nobody pregnant. Me get somebody pregnant, somebody might have got me pregnant. That's a whole nother story. Hmm. We'll talk about that backstage, Lando. We'll talk about that backstage.
Where we left off at? Where were we
Oh,
at?
we were talking about young Lando and how he felt doing that first role at 21, and what it was like playing that first role. And you were saying that you grew up really shy and things like that.
Yeah, so that first role, basically that first role, I was kind of I stepped out on the box because when I first accepted the role, I didn't know that I would be playing the role of it was like a it was like a masculine guy. You know, they wanted me to play this masculine guy because of my tattoos, hard, real hardcore, and I was dating a trans woman. So it was out of my norm. So I had to adjust. You know what I'm saying? Me being, you know what I'm saying, new to Atlanta, new to the acting world, I had to adjust to like get out of Lando's character and get into the character and you know what I'm saying and perform. So it was just like little small adjustments that I had to, you know what I'm saying, take.
How did you break into the industry? I know you talked about doing things with Tyler Perry Studios and with Lee Day. How did you start? How did you get it? Did you pick up the newspaper and look at an ad and say, "Oh, I'm just gonna roll up there"? Did somebody tell you about it? Like, how did you get into it?
Well, you know, like now technology is just like amazing right now. So it's just like, you know, they have all different types of ads everywhere online, social media. Social media is the big outlet for, you know, the entertainment business. So I think I was scrolling down Instagram, and I seen some type of ad for Tyler Perry at first. And then for what with Lee Daniels, I had a friend that was working with him, and then I got on with him with through my friend.
So it's all about networking. It's all about
Networking. It's all
networking, and
that's
that's
that's what it's
why
all
it's
about.
always good to. The people told me it's good to know Lando because Lando, his arms stretch all across the Atlanta area. They told me you be at them Tyler Perry house parties and stuff like that. You know what's going on? I'm sure they be real good, real good. Talk about that. That's after party. We'll talk about that in the after party. We're gonna put it out there. We're gonna put it out there. All right. So if we're going to talk about your career as an actor, we have to talk about Signal 23. We got to talk about you being a part of that, production company, that brand, for a significant amount of time. Talk to me about, um, tell me about your relationship with Signal 23 and how did you get started with them? Yeah, we're going down that road. Oh yeah.
Okay, so originally I had again I seen some different posts that I was scrolling down my timeline. I had seen something about they were doing auditions for a certain character. So I said, well, let me see what this is about. You know what I'm saying? So I hit them up. You know what I'm saying? Seeing what the processes were for auditioning and all that. Long story short, end up meeting the CEO of Signal 23, and we end up clicking. So he put me in About Him when they had the first About Him. He put me in the movie of About Him, and then we just like clicked from there. Um, and then like I just like started becoming his like main asset. I started like doing all what I'm saying, like a lot of stuff for him. I started like he taught me how to operate, act. Like he taught me everything I know, basically. And I will not discredit anything that that man has done for me, but yeah, that was just a little sum up of how I got introduced to Signal 23 television. It was through Instagram.
Okay. And you talked about being on About Him season one,
Correct.
which is, I'm not going to say arguably, which is the biggest show that brand has had.
Correct.
It definitely was the forerunner or the pioneer for the gay YouTube, the gay web series and the gay web shows and stuff like that. It was that first one that kind of like got, big notoriety and things like that. Um,
Right.
and so forth. So, uh, what was it like being a part of that? Because you had people like Brandon Carson on there with you, Gary Lavard was on there. There was a lot of people who have branched off into a lot of other, bigger platforms and things like that. What was that like when you were a part of that? And did you all know at the time that it would get to the level that it was?
It was an amazing experience meeting them guys. I met them guys on that platform. We didn't know everything just started happening. Like I'm telling you, after we shot that, I mean, the season was, you know what I'm saying, before we created the film, the season was phenomenal. That what created the fan base was the season. So just working with them guys, it was just, phenomenal. I met some true friends in the game.
And what did you say? You talked about the CEO of Signal 23 teaching you things and helping you learn certain things. How did that experience of being with that company help you grow? What actually did you learn from them? What actually about being a part of that brand did you take away from them, or what came out of it for you?
What came out of it for me was the learning experience. I learned a whole lot. Well, basically, I learned. Well, you know what I'm saying. It's me coming as a rookie actor. You know what I'm saying. That's when I just started. You know what I'm saying. That was my route. Um, I just started acting. He taught me how to. You know what I'm saying. He taught me how to do like acting classes. He told me if you want to act, you got to really do acting classes. You got to go and learn the craft. You got to go do this. You got to do. You know what I'm saying. Do that. But you can't sit on your ass and say that you want to be an actor and just, you know what I'm saying, think that people's just going to book you for stuff just because of who you are, just because you have a nice face, a nice smile, a nice body. He taught me how to go deep and to find auditions. Um, Later on in our friendship, I ended up working for him. And I started, and it goes on to the process to where I switched from being an actor. Where I didn't really switch, but I started like slowing down acting, and I just started doing my own thing. Where he taught me how to film, taught me how to edit, taught me how to, the different types of things that I need to know while filming, trying to make a film. So basically, everything I know that man has taught me.
Okay. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Why did you sever ties with Signal 23?
Long story
Well,
short, it
what
was
happened that caused you? I should say, what happens that caused you to sever ties?
long story short. We're gonna keep it brief. It was just
Have a drink. Hold on. We'll go
Oh,
take a drink
hold
together.
on, hold
Hold on. Let's
on.
take a drink. Hold on. Let's take a drink. Go. Go.
Right, because you you
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah. We go in there. Yeah. Let's go ahead. We go take a drink together. Mm. All right.
Basically, it was a conflict of interest, and then also it was a money issue. Um, Funds were being owed to different people, and I was seeing it the whole time. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, I said, long as it's not happening to me, I don't got no issues, no say so's on what's going on. But when it happened to me, it's just so crazy because it happened to me, and we was all the way in Puerto Rico, all the way in Puerto Rico. This man flew me to Puerto Rico.
Was that during that cuffing season one?
Cuffing season,
One.
the finale
Okay.
episode.
The finale
So
episode. All right.
this whole time, I'm thinking we're getting a paycheck. While we flew up there, we were supposed to get paid on a certain day. The paycheck never came. I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? We friends. At this time, at this particular time, we were like good friends. We talked on the phone all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't understand the disconnect between where my money at. You know what I'm saying? Even though I work for you, we're still friends. What's the disconnect to why you can't tell me where's my money? So um, he ended up saying that I wasn't owed anything, that my payout was completed. And I'm like, that's not right. So basically, you know what I'm saying? Long story short, to sum all this up, it was a money issue.
Would you go back into business with it? Signal
So
23.
absolutely not. And also, I think I've grown as a person since I've been, you know what I'm saying, disconnected with them, because the type of content that he has and that he delivers and what his platform is made what it grew as, you know what I'm saying, its whole mainstream from was around nudity. And it was cool at one point. You know, at the time, I'm not gonna knock it. You know what I'm saying? Because I did it. So at that time, I was young. Now I'm 28 years old, and I can defend for myself and speak up for myself for what I want to do and what I will allow for people to see. I've grown a lot, and I just was. I think when I was younger, I was just, you know what I'm saying, hot headed, wanting to be in anything. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. That's a cool role. Once I get the role, I'm just like, I read the script. I'm like, okay, damn, we gotta take our clothes off again. But it was that type of thing. It was getting irritating. You know what I'm saying? Don't overwhelm people with nudity. You know what I'm saying? Have some good content and then have throw a one sex scene in there, not one sex scene every episode. One sex scene, you know what I'm saying, throughout. You know what I'm saying? Not don't give people too much. But long story short, yeah.
I mean, I have watched the work. I have seen, and you kind of did give me too much because there was a lot going on there. I've seen, what is going on
So
there.
okay, so you've seen the growth, right?
No, I did. I see it grow.
No, 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 no.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking. Because
I
it was
said,
already, it gets bigger. Oh, does it?
I
It's
said,
rather
have you
nice.
seen?
Hold on. Just so you know, people, it is rather nice. I will say there's stuff going on down there. If you haven't seen it, I will tell you. But
But I asked you was, have you seen my growth since you've been watching me since Signal 23 till now?
yes, I will say that. I will say that I have seen your acting chops come a long way. One of the ones that I saw was the first time I said, okay, I see him doing more the when you did the Hurt series.
Right.
That was the one where you were the featured character. And I thought sometimes that the writing limited you at times, but we'll talk about that on another stage. That's the writer in me coming out, the writing teacher becoming out. Sometimes I thought the writing, because I saw you going for more a lot of times, and sometimes I do think the writing limited you. Now, my question to you is, because you went down the road that I was going to go down. So you talked about how it was excess. Are you there? Oh, okay, I wanted to make sure you were there. You're muted. You're muted. You gotta unmute yourself. I can't unmute you. Okay, no, you're still muted. Okay, I can see you now, but you gotta press the mute button. Press the little microphone. Click the microphone.
We back.
Okay, there you go. We
Everybody's trying
back.
to get in touch with. I
We,
told you this is a busy week. I should have just put my phone on do not disturb, but yeah, it's a busy week. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I know we talked about. We'll talk about that. Why it's a busy week in a little bit. So you talked about the sex scenes and the nudity involved and stuff like that. The first time you had to do that, what was that like knowing that, okay, I'm about to be on screen, dick, balls, ass, and everything else, full glory out there to, all the world to see? I remember vividly the first time that I saw you on there. That was during the Steel River. I think it was Steel
Mm-hmm.
River show. And you were in the scene with
Kid.
Kid.
Mm-hmm.
Kid.
Mm-hmm.
Was that your first? No, because I think you were in the sex party
About him.
on About Him. You were, but I don't remember. It went so fast. It was so many people. There was so much going on. But I vividly remember that scene on Steel River with Kid. And I thought to myself, I wonder what that's like. So I'm going to ask you, what was that like? Or even if you have to go back to the first time that you did it as an actor, because when you're an actor, you want to be taken seriously. You want to be, seen as, I'm here because of my craft, because I am an actor and I want to be taken seriously. And what was that like that first time when you were told, okay, Y'all need to go over here and get nude, pull it out, whip it out, make sure it ain't too soft. You know what I'm saying? What was that like? How did you feel? You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to go naked and then have it be, you don't want to embarrass
Well,
yourself.
okay. Well, for me, um, I kind of gradually did it. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't. If you ever watch, that will be the only time that you've seen me fully nude. After that, I was just like, oh no, I cannot do this anymore because this is like, I don't know who's going to have the rights to this video. I don't know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on. And then it was so crazy because people like they took the clip out and started posting it on like porn sites. So people were calling me asking, oh, you doing porn now? Blah, blah, blah. But that's when it got real. I'm just like, oh my God. So like it goes back to saying like when you were saying every actor wants to be taken serious. When he said that, you know what I'm saying, at that point in time, these people are out here. They're vulnerable. They want to be in, as myself back then. They want to be seen. They want to be in the light. They want to be known for something. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
they'll do anything that they have to do to get that notoriety or to be seen, to get notarized and all that type of stuff. That was me back then. Now, not so much because I can literally just do what I need to do and still get the same attention that I was getting back then. Now, just keeping my clothes on. You see what I'm
A lot,
saying?
a lot of people say that for the gay web series or the gay shows that they cater to either porn actors or only fan actors or thirst trap people on Instagram simply because they know that they're willing to go down that road.
Well, that's not correct.
I was gonna
It
that was my question. Is that true? Some people say that, so that was my
it
question.
depends. It also depends on who you're working with. If you come up, I mean, like just like okay, so like say for instance, you meet a production company. They give you a script, you know what I'm saying? They give you the rundown, they let you know what you need to do, blah 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 blah. It only depends on the production company and what they want you to do and what they stand for, what they, you know what I'm saying, what their motives are, what's their prerogative and all this type of stuff. See, with that particular production company, like as you've seen it grow, it's just like basically he's slutting out all these talent. It's not. I'm just gonna say some of these people were talented, but it's like he's slutting out talent people, and then once they're all used up, he get rid of them.
Interesting.
So
Interesting.
yeah,
Do
and
you
it's just like
do
some
you
people.
feel
It
that
be so
happens to
crazy because
you?
a lot of people have talent, real talent. People want to, you know what I'm saying. Just like I said earlier, people be want to. They be vulnerable enough to do anything to just to be getting on camera. But when it's getting to that time to where you have to say, "Oh, I'm going to do this or I'm not going to do that." That's when it comes to a point to where like, "Oh, you're going to get paid or you're not going to get paid. What you going to do?" So
Interesting.
for me, I just chose the route to not do that anymore.
Do you regret anything that you've done?
I don't regret anything that I've done
Or
because
did you change
everything
anything?
I wouldn't change anything that I've done.
Okay. That's
Everything that I've done has made me the person who I am.
that's
So I wouldn't regret anything. I'm a walking mogul. So I'm going. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that's happened in the past, if it's not positive and it comes back up, I'm not even looking at it.
most recently. People saw you on episode 2 of G Status ATL Hustle this second season at the debacle down to the hibachi grill. How in the world did you end up down to the hibachi grill with this, cornucopia of foolery and foolala down there where people were throwing things and all, and you had to gather somebody and get somebody together and all kinds of things. How did that happen? What happened with that? Tell us what happened, how you got to that. Okay.
Oh, G status. Oh, basically, I'm friends with Tremel, and
Okay.
I guess I'm coming on as Tremel's friend. I guess I don't know how they're putting it on, but I got the invitation through Tremel. So I mean, of course, they did like auditions and stuff like that. I went to auditions and stuff like that. But you know what I'm saying? Once you start seeing the alliances that the G status is creating, you will see like who falls into like play with who. And it was a lot going on that day. That was our first time meeting the whole, you know, it wasn't even the whole cast. It was our first time like meeting up. It was supposed to be in a networking event. That wasn't an event, that was a dinner. So I was just confused on like they were saying networking. How when we networking, we're eating at a hibachi place, and it's a full of room with people that I may have encountered before. So I was like, this is a setup, a whole
Mhm.
setup. Because you know, at
It
that
came,
time,
it came off that way though. Go ahead.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
because at that time, me and Brandon Carson, we wasn't seeing eye to eye. That whole left side over there, I wasn't fucking with them at all. That whole like you know what I'm saying. You know, we was on this side, on the back side, and it was just it just felt like they were trying to do
What
something.
happened between you and Brandon Carson?
Well, you know, it was a thing that was put out once he left Signal. That we you know that I slandered his name and all that type of stuff. So we kind of like went back and forth with that. And he was saying that I said some things about him. And I don't recall saying that. So we, you know, kind of got into it about that. And I mean, we kind of we're at a good spot now. We're at a good space now that we're back cordial. I won't say that we're friends, but I would say that we on like on speaking terms. If I see him, I would say, "Hey, how you doing, Brandon?" But yeah, basically that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? We got to resolve that issue. You said what you said. I said what I said, and it is what it is. But I, you know what I'm saying? I didn't agree to saying what he thought I said. I agreed to what I said.
Okay. Um. So, what was the foolery between you and Four? Dear God,
It's
are
so
you
crazy. It's so
similar
crazy. It's so crazy that you
and
keep
stuff
bringing
like
all these people. The whole situation comes back through Signal. I
that?
met him on Signal. You know, at that time I was on a production team. I was a producer of the show that he was casted for. The first episode on that show, the first night of filming, he got in a fight because of his attitude and his mouth. He got beat up. They had the cops out there and everything. They told him not to return, you know, for filming. They told him he was kicked out the show. They still aired the episode, you know what I'm saying, of course, because of views. But they kicked him off the show, basically. And throughout that whole process, ever since then, he's been at my neck because he feels like it was me. Mind you, like the whole, even though I was a producer of that show, the whole time, like the casting, I did not cast them guys. I didn't speak to none of them guys prior to meeting them that first night. So with his allegations with me wanting to see, you know, his feet and all that type of stuff,
Oh,
he was referring to the company, not me per se. He's
so
probably
you
saying my
talking about
name.
from
He was referring to the company who casted him because I didn't cast him.
so you're talking about from Comfort season one when they were that first episode when they were in that
With
club, whatever.
With Rico Port.
Right, when they that first episode before they narrowed it down and went into the house, that first one when they were the big fight and everything and all that, he was involved in that, and the police got called.
That
And
was him. You don't recognize him. That was him with the
I
dreads that
forgot,
was on the floor.
some people that are beneath me. I don't be trying to remember who they look like and who
Right.
they. But okay, it makes sense. I immediately remember now that you said the fight. Okay, I'm glad you brought up fighting. You are someone who is a person to know in Atlanta, someone who a lot of younger gays look up to, someone well connected. You are in the know in the LGBTQ plus community
Mm-hmm.
in Atlanta. How do you really feel about over the last couple months during COVID-19? We've been seeing videos and images almost, I know, weekly and sometimes every other day of instances in Atlanta where these girls are out here fighting, carrying on. Every time they get together, they fighting, they carrying on. They got a whole lot going on. What do you have to say about your people, your city, your area, and all of that stuff? Because you're connected, you're in the community, you know these people. Talk to me about that, and let's talk about maybe what it is and what it ain't.
Okay, let's start here. these guys that are out here fighting and doing all this other stuff, I would say they're a younger crowd, and there are people who I don't associate myself with or hang. You know what I'm saying? Neither nor there. But I don't know why it's keep coming up. Like they're fighting for no reason. Like they be on Bigo, they be on Instagram Live, they be at each other's necks, doing all this fighting. Where you're fighting for what? This one guy I seen, he was in the hospital on live, showing the doctor pulling the tubes out of his lungs. I'm just like, this is serious. They got to stop this bullshit, like this bull crap. They out here just it's. And then I seen one video. They had a bat and they beating the boy up in his face in the car and all this. I'm just like, it's a lot going on. That's why I mean I go out, but I don't want to be out like that.
Well, if you were able to talk to him, we're talking to some people will watch the replay of this, some people will see this, it might be shared and so forth. If you could talk to these people and talk to them and how do we fix this problem? What do we do? How do we,
And
resolve some of this?
to be honest with you, I don't, because you can't, as you know what I'm saying, as a hothead growing up, you know what I'm saying, myself per se, at the mind state that they're at now, they're not worried about anybody but themselves. They're not worried about nothing going on but what they got going on. They're not worried about the consequences. They're not worried about, you know what I'm saying, the things that can happen after they do this, after they do that. They're not worried about, you know what I'm saying, oh, in 5 years I may want to buy a house. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? All that type of stuff comes into play. I would just say, close everything down, shut it down. Just shut it down. Because like COVID is rising, and yeah, let's just shut it down. Especially the clubs, like that's what they're fighting at. They're fighting at the clubs.
I mean, I look at it and it's just sad. It really it's depressing. It's depressing.
I
So
don't think it's going to stop.
I
I don't think it's going to stop.
people been shacked up in their own homes so long, quarantine. They got pent up anger and frustrations and so forth and so on. And I just don't know. I just don't know. Well, let me ask you this as I switch topics again. Earlier, you mentioned that there was a time where you were dating a trans woman. Do you consider yourself?
No. You
I thought you said you were
misconstrued.
dating a trans woman.
No, that was on the show that I
Oh,
was
the
on.
show. Oh, okay. So, do you consider yourself gay, bisexual, pansexual, or which one of the letters? Because there are a whole lot. Do you consider yourself?
You didn't know I was a trans man?
I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing this game with you. I've already seen what you got going on. So if you are a trans man, they did a really good job with what you got going on down there. Okay, they did a
No,
really good job.
yeah, I'm labeled as gay.
Hold on, because people will go out saying that you are a whole ass trans man. They will leave here saying, "Oh, Lando King is a trans man." It's gonna be all over Twitter, Instagram.
No, but
Oh,
I'm labeled as a gay man, a gay male. I love men.
oh,
I
so
love
there's
men.
hope for me. So there's hope for me. There's a chance for me. We'll talk backstage about my chances. Anyway, are you single though? Are you single?
I am single.
Ooh,
Yeah.
single and mingling, or single and just staying to yourself?
I'm single and mingling. Like I'm taking my time. I'm not fresh out of a relationship. I just got a relationship back in October. So I'm just taking my time. I'm a relationship type of person. So I'm just cruising right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So you talked about leaving Signal 23, and
I thought we were done with Signal.
huh?
I thought we
Yeah,
were
no, that's
done.
why I said we're transitioning.
Okay,
Oh,
okay, okay, okay. All right.
let me you gotta do this. What are you doing now? Talk to me. Talk to me about what you're doing now. Give the people where you are at this point, what you're doing. Because I know what you're doing, but I want you to tell the people what you're doing.
Well, now currently I'm in the process of getting ready for my big premiere that we're having this Saturday, July 25th, 2020 at Mix Atlanta. I'm having the screening for my film, featured length film called Expire. Aspire the movie. Give me another shot.
Are you acting in it?
I am not. This is my first film
Really?
that I'm doing, and I did not want to be in. I wanted to show the different sides of me. I want to show that I can produce. I want to show that I can write. People know that I can act. I want to show that I can do all these things. You know what I'm saying, without being in front of the camera. You know what I'm saying?
So, what did you do for this film? Were you writing? Were you directing? Were you producing? Since you're not acting, what else did you do?
I wrote this film. I did. I mean, I wrote this film. I directed it and I produced it. The only thing I
So you
didn't do
Tyler
was
Perry around here. You Tyler Perry. You just
the
do
only thing.
five
The
different.
only thing I mean, I was helping. I was doing a lot of stuff. The only thing I didn't do was actually film it. I hired somebody to film it, and
Mhm.
I had a co-director who was Rajiv Stanton. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him, but he's a videographer here in Atlanta, Georgia. He helped me with the film in association with his company as well.
Okay. So you wrote, you produced, and directed.
Uh
And
huh.
what was that like being behind the director's chair?
Oh my God! And this is another thing. I know we switched out of that from talking about him, but it's just like it goes back into play to where he taught me everything I need to know. So at this current time, I was prepared for what I need to do. Um, in the process of making this film, as you know, like being an independent filmmaker is not cheap at all. So I did like I raised a couple $1,000, and but the rest was on me. You know what I'm saying? I had to come out of pocket for a lot of this stuff, like you
You
know what I'm
got
saying.
that kind of coin over there? Let me find out. Like, you got them kind of coins over there. Mhm.
And then also too, you know what I'm saying. I got into. I'm friends with the a lot of filmmakers here in Georgia, so I got connected with like doing like budgets and doing like taking out loans and all that type of stuff. So I really got connected with a higher plus in here in Atlanta, and they connected me with all the stuff that I need to know, like taking out a loan, with making your independent film and all this type of stuff. So yeah, hold on one second.
Oh, that's the booty call. That is the booty call.
No, that's not. No, that's not what that is. But yeah, that's
That's
um.
anybody we know we need to bring them on screen.
No, we're not bringing this person on screen.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, person. Maybe backstage. We'll wait to backstage. We'll wait back. No. But anyway. So with everything that was like, how are you going to do your distribution? Is it going to be on YouTube, or are you going to try to see if you can get, well, movie theaters are closed right now, so how is that going to go with with your distribution process? Should we just promote it on different platforms and things like that? I'm sure you want us to promote that. That's why we're here. But
Mhm.
definitely for Momo, as Alexander Rogers would say. But what is that process like with you trying to distribute this product to the masses?
Well, first and foremost, we'll be going on my website. My website will be relaunching the same day as the premiere.
What is your
And
website so one of my mods can type it in the chat and they can have it?
www.landkingfilms.com.
Land King Films. That's LANKINGFILMS.com.
.com. We'll
Okay.
be going over there, and then oh, go ahead.
And this for my mods. www.LANKINGFILMS.com. Could one of my mods put that in the chat for me, please? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And then also with that, we're in connects with doing Amazon Prime, doing trying to get it on Hulu, American TV network. We're trying to do like different networks to push it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Terrence is still in here. Terrence giving you the real tea. He has there's this network that is by and owned and run by black people, that's supposed to be like kind of like a Netflix, but it's for black films, black cinema, black television. And they do have a monthly subscription, but it's black owned and black, run and so forth, and it caters to blacks, black
Correct. Correct. Correct.
and so forth. So So that's good. So that my mod Abby, she put it in there. Thank you so much, Abby.
Thank
Um,
you so much. I can.
y'all definitely, like he said, he's going to premiere on Saturday. My intent is to be there on Saturday, so I'll get all parts of his chocolatey goodness on that Saturday. Um, what, what should we know about you that that doesn't always come across on film or when people see you in public?
Um.
Yeah, it's BK World Tube. Somebody put it in the chat. It's called BK World Tube. That was the platform that I was telling you about.
You said say that one more time.
Oh, my question again. My question was, what should we know about you that doesn't always come across on film or when people see you in public?
I don't know. That's a good question. Because I'm always transparent. Like so, when you see me on film, I'm almost like the same.
But you gotta think sometimes that
Um.
people have a perception about you based on what they see on film, and then when they see you maybe in person, they automatically think whatever, they might think, oh, you know,
Okay, I will say this. Since I've been, when I first started, I was like it was like I was like a sex symbol. So I will say that I'm not no sex symbol
why would you say you're not a sex symbol?
because I don't have the body for all that. I don't, you know what I'm saying, see myself as no sex symbol. I don't sell sex. I sell like different stuff than that.
What different stuff do you? What? That's my question. What should we get from you? What do we need to know instead of you say I'm not a sex symbol? So if you're
Hmm.
not a sex symbol, then what are you? What do we need to know about when
I'm
we?
like a genuine person. Like I like to have fun. I'm a regular person. I like to do like regular stuff. I don't just like be on different websites trying to look for like different stuff that you know what I'm talking about. But yeah.
What are you talking about? Whatever do you?
Next, we're going to the next subject. You trying to dig deep? Let's go to the next
I am
one.
always trying to. I would not be an interviewer if I was trying to dig deep.
Hmm.
Um, Let me ask you this. If you since you're an actor,
Uh huh.
top five actors, top five black actors
Top five black
of
actors.
all time. I'm going to ask you, and my next question is going to be your top five black films. But if you're an actor, I gotta ask you top five black actors of all time and your top five black films of all time. Go.
I will say Denzel Washington, Will Smith, Samuel Jackson. Top five. That was my top three. Top five. Who else? Brad Pitt. Um,
Black, melanin, not people descended from the Caucasus Mountains.
okay, okay, yeah, yeah, okay, okay. Let's see, that's like three, five. Um,
That's three. You gave us three. Brad Pitt. You serious?
that was funny. You're gonna have to edit that out. um,
I
hmm,
got you. I got you. I got you. Look at you. You
you
thinking over
do,
there.
you do. It's other actors that I do like and adore, but I don't know their names. So, can we do three?
I'm gonna let you live with it. You're right, right. No Lawrence Fishburne, no Sidney Poitier, no. I'll even say if you want to go new school, chat with Bozeman, Michael B. Jordan, somebody. You know what I'm saying? But no
My, but
Sidney
these are well, those not really. I like Michael B. Jordan, but like I'm talking about like old school, like the people who paved the way for
Lawrence
us
Fishburne
actors
is
now.
old school. Lawrence Fishburne is old school. Okay,
Who was
Sidney
that?
Poitier. Who is Lawrence Fishburne?
I don't know who that is. You know who
Oh
that is?
no,
Lawrence.
no.
You said Lawrence Fishburne.
Oh God.
I don't know
Lawrence
who that is.
Fishburne from The Matrix. Lawrence Fishburne. You don't know Lawrence Fishburne from The Matrix. Lawrence from What's Love Got to Do with it? He played Ike Turner.
Oh, okay, 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 okay,
What's
okay.
Love
Gotcha,
Got to Do
gotcha.
with it?
I didn't know his name.
Deep Cover. Lawrence, he's God. James Earl.
I see,
Thank you,
I see
James
him. I see him
Earl.
now.
God, what are
You
you
gonna have to
talking?
give me a pass on that one. I didn't know who that was.
Oh my God. Come on now. Right, he played the dad in Boys in the Hood. He was the dad. Dear God.
All right, you said black films. Let's go.
Yes, top five.
Black films. My favorite film is of all time is Set It Off.
Set it off.
Yes, Soul Food. Revenge of the Pipes. I don't know if you've seen that. Um, let's see. Antoine Fisher. What's another one?
My chat says you do not get a pass on not knowing these black actors. I would even give you a comedic actor.
Oh, you talking about actors?
You gave me like a Martin Lawrence or somebody because you want to go comedy. So we give you no pass, but that's going to keep going with your film. Keep going with you gave me three films.
I gave you four.
You gave me three. Go back to four.
I gave you Set It Off. I gave you
Soul Food.
Soul Food.
And some Pike.
Russian Pipes. Don't Be a Menace.
Oh, Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood is classic. That is my jail.
What's that is one? Friday. Friday.
You not gonna say Coming to America?
No.
I should take you off screen now.
I don't like that. I didn't like that narrative.
You can't be black. You cannot be black. You cannot.
I am
not like Coming to America. You cannot be black. No boys.
I did not like that narrative. It was
no Boys in the Hood.
I'm not that type of guy. I don't know. Boys in the Hood.
You like Don't Be a Menace in South Central watching it in the hood.
Boys in the Hood. That was my Boys in the Hood. Don't Be a Menace.
Oh, you're young. You don't know no better. Right. Crooklet. Malcolm X. What about Malcolm X?
How old are y'all? What? How old are these people?
It doesn't matter how old people are. Certain black movies are classics. Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights. I love that movie. But it's not like you said top five. That's not my top five.
Okay. You gotta have Coming to America in your top five.
Absolutely not.
No low down dirty. No, come on now. The people are looking at you crazy.
They better smile with me.
God. All right. We've been on here almost an hour, sir. Almost an hour. So I ain't gonna keep you much longer because we got the after party. And I gotta make my announcement.
When you gonna make your announcement? Now or in the after party?
No, I'm gonna make my announcement before we go to the after party. But I'm gonna let you so if what do you want to leave us with? What is the lasting words? Juice, Belly. You know what I'm saying? It's so many good black films that we're forgetting about. But we ain't gonna go down these roads. Right. God. Anyway, so what do you want to leave us with? Who is that? We gonna meet whoever this is backstage. Well, who do you want to what do you want to leave us with? What do you want to tell us?
I want to leave you with everybody that's on this chat watching, on this live, on this interview. I want you to come out and help support my first film this Saturday at Mix Atlanta. And that's all I have to leave with you guys. Come out and show some support.
All right. So the announcement is I'm going to make my announcement now. So I have an interview coming, another interview this Sunday. And the person that I'm interviewing, I found out is a friend of Lando's. And the person that I will be interviewing is none other than Rodney Chester, who played Alex on Noah's Ark. I will be interviewing him this Sunday. Have your face in the place. He is already confirmed Sunday afternoon. Be here. I will be able to ask him all of the questions that you want to ask him. I will be able to chit chat with him. We're going to talk all things Noah's Ark, all things about him being a pioneer. That was he was a pioneer for a lot of black gay actors, being able to be who they are in this thing that we call film, television, and so forth. So I'm really excited about it. You should be excited about it. I will have, flyers and promo going out, but I'm so excited about it. It is happening this Sunday. Look for me to promote that on the channel. I'm looking for you all and my friends that are fellow YouTubers to promote it as well. We will be interviewing none other than the great Rodney Chester, who portrayed Alex on Noah's Ark. You want to talk about your connection to him, Mr. King, and so forth?
You said, do I want to tell my connection to him?
Or do you want? I said, do you want to? You don't have to. I know that's.
Really, I want to be on the live though.
You want to be on there with
No,
him?
not be on here, but I want to tune in. You have to give me the information so I can
Oh
watch.
yeah, I'll send it to you. I'll definitely send it to you. And
No, but that's one of my good friends. I met him
and
years
watch
ago.
it.
I met him years ago.
We're gonna have an after party with him as well. I might invite you to the after party with him as well. So you can come backstage and we can all chit chat and have a good time in the after party after the interview and so forth and have a good time. You know what I'm saying? I
Let's
see
do
you over
that.
there fired up. You ready to get off. I see you over there ready to get right manager, right manager. I see you over there. I see you.
You
We
too,
working,
man.
we working. Anyway, that is our interview today, people. I thank you all for being here. Can I get some shondos in the chat before we get out? Thank you all for being here, being vocal, being present, being active, for all that you do. Thank you for anybody who has sent me a cash app, anybody who has sent me a super chat, and anybody who has thought it not robbery enough to bless the channel. As you can see, we're doing we're moving and doing better things. We got new intros. We have interviews that we're doing with big time people. That's not the only big interview that I am working on. I'm working backstage to do a lot of things for you all. And just know that anytime you make a contribution to the channel, we are working to make the channel better. So yes, please be here on Sunday with the great Rodney Chester from Noah's Ark. I am so excited about it. Thank you all for everything that you do. That's all I got for y'all. And before I go out, I will let you, Lando, have the last word before I press the damn button to end the live.
I hope you guys have a great night, and I enjoyed you guys.
All right. Thank y'all.
Good night.